NFL Today is presented by the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator. This seat is reserved for the restless.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Game Day Delivery, presented by Amazon, takes you out live to Baltimore for the sights and sounds of the game between the Texans and the Ravens. Let's join our announcers, Ian Eagle, Dan Fouts, and Evan Washburn.
JB, welcome to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where Lamar Mania is sweeping the city. He has been a human highlight reel and has led the Ravens to 5 straight victories. The Houston Texans have won 4 of their last 5. And their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, has been nothing short of sensational, ushering in a new wave of talented NFL QBs. Today, it's a duel that belongs on the marquee. 2 legitimate MVP candidates who have taken the league by storm. Their first meeting in the NFL and maybe a preview of what's to come in the postseason. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. Ian Eagle, along with the Hall of Famer Dan Fouts. Evan Washburn will join us from downstairs. A lot of excitement here in Baltimore, and rightfully so. This quarterback showdown is the lead story. Baltimore's offense are putting up unprecedented numbers for their franchise, and Lamar Jackson has been an absolute showstopper.
Yeah, what we're experiencing and watching Jackson is the unprecedented, the unpredictable, and somewhat unimaginable. He leads the highest scoring offense in the league, and he's doing it with a style and flair that we have rarely seen. And last week against the Bengals, he did this. After he fakes to Mark Ingram on the option, he'll read the excellent block by tight end Nick Boyle, then into the secondary in the next level where he makes one miss and then is surrounded by 4 Bengals. The spin at full throttle, hard to believe, and his speed undeniable. It all adds up to a one-of-a-kind 47-yard touchdown that Raven fans can only hope to see more of today.
And more on the Ravens right now from Evan.
Yeah, I'm lost in that Lamar Mania has been a total transformation of this Ravens defense from one of the worst statistically through the first 4 weeks to one of the league's best through the last 5 games. And a lot of the credit, according to players and coaches, goes to first-year GM Eric DeCosta and his front office staff. Guys, they basically did a partial rebuild of this defense on the fly with 5 to 6 impactful additions over the last 6 weeks. And guys, they've been tested by Russell Wilson and Tom Brady. Now they get Deshaun Watson.
And having a potential big hit today. No Michael Pierce. Run stuffer is out with an ankle injury for Baltimore. Meanwhile, for Houston, Deshaun Watson has been making eye-popping plays from the moment he stepped on an NFL field. I think the difference, though, this year, what we've seen, Dan, leadership and poise, those areas have been exceptional.
Yeah, and with all the talk about this matchup with Jackson aside, he told us yesterday that this game will come down to him making some unscripted plays with his arms and his legs, and the running game led by Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson. Hyde is coming off his best game of the season, where he rushed for 160 yards 2 weeks ago against Jacksonville. That included runs of 58 and 47 yards. And with Duke Johnson coming on as of late, the Texans are averaging over 145 yards a game on the ground on the road this season.
All right, let's give you the injury update for Bill O'Brien's squad. They are getting healthier, but 2 players that they were hoping to get back this week after the bye, not available. Will Fuller, the wide receiver, Bradley Roby, both sitting with hamstring injuries. Returning, though, Laramie Tunsil, that's huge. Lonnie Johnson in the secondary, along with Tashawn Gibson. Time for us to do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot.
Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is the second leading receiver in the NFL with 68. 42 of them resulting in first downs, a remarkable percentage. And a key component of the Ravens' offense is Mark Ingram. He's good for 5 yards a carry and has scored 8 touchdowns in 9 games this season. In just 9 games, Jackson has been responsible for 2,713 yards of total offense, 15 TD passes, and 6 rushing scores. And gotta play smart. Head coach Bill O'Brien told us last night the Texans must be disciplined today and avoid dumb penalties and turnovers.
It is the 11th all-time meeting between the Texans and the Ravens. Houston currently the 3 seed in the AFC. Baltimore sitting at number 2. We'll have all the action coming up. The NFL on CBS. It's week 11 in the NFL. Today from Baltimore, we've got the Texans and the Ravens. Huge matchup in the AFC. We'll have the opening kickoff when we come back on CBS.